I hope everyone is having a wonderful day no matter where you are. I'm sitting here on my couch at the end of a restful morning as it's almost 2 a.m. right now. I don't even know how I'm still awake right now, but I've been sleeping later and later every day. The frequencies have carried me through the day in a tired way, and I awaken at this time as I like to meditate, and meditation somehow awakens me. So I have a relaxed tea that I bought from an herbalist, which I feel like has helped put me to sleep. So as a last ditch resort, I brewed myself some tea in hopes that I can rest soundly on my bed afterwards, as it's honestly morning. It's 2 a.m. right now. In some parts of the world, people are wide awake. In my part of the world, people are in bed, sleeping tightly. And I hope to get to bed in a short period of time following the recording of this video. Now, the topic of this video is somewhat in relation to the time of the day, of the night in which you choose to go to sleep, in which you choose to rest your body, to rest your soul, as your soul traverses the quantum verse in times when you're fast asleep with your eyes closed and your energy shifting to the skies, shifting into an angelic realm. That is when your soul feels the most comfortable to traverse outside of your physical being, to traverse in a way that brings energy in to your auric field that had not previously been there, as you explore your surroundings, as you're free to explore the different layers of the quantum verse, of the quantum realm. Remote viewing is something that is possible in your sleep. And as you go to sleep, if you have any lingering thoughts, if you have any stressful worries, most of the times our souls will leave our body as we don't remember, in the midst of a wakeful morning, of the journey that it has traveled through and through during our sleeping cycles. And what I've been doing recently is a lot of remote viewing in my sleep. And as I nurse in the middle of the night, I'm trying to cut that off, as my baby is no longer a baby age. He is 2 years old, and I'm finding it hard to comfort him in a moment in time when he's so insistent on latching on at night. And so I never really find time to get restful sleep. And in the state of brainwave, when you're constantly being awakened to the energies, to a baby, to the noises around you, it's quite easy for me to shift out of my body, per se, to remote view a destination, to travel, to skim through timelines upon timelines of epic distortional fields within our quantum realm, within the layers and layers of energetic pockets and frequencies that you could ever envision to be true and imagine to be real. And as I traverse the quantum realm, as I astral project, as I astral travel, as I remote view past events, present tense moments, and multiplexities of timelines of endlessness out there, as my consciousness travels and traverses the quantum verse, something peculiar happens, something strange happens. I have been encountering a lot of light within the atmosphere. A light like never before seen or encompassed within our atmospheric field of the 4-dimensional, 3-dimensional frequency. And as I sit here to tell you the story of my remote viewing journeys, I must tell you a historical tense of the past when I've been able to shift out of my bodily structure and travel the quantum realm in the middle of all nights, on all nights, without memory, without the realization of even leaving my body. Yet in recent times, in recent days, in recent feats of such exploration, I've come back into my body in full realization of what had just happened, where I have just been, what timeline I chose to explore, with which friend, with what scenario. And you could chalk this up to being a dream, but I know in my heart of all hearts, in my soul, that what I've been doing is traversing the quantum realm, a place called home, home to every single fractaled soul of ours, as we don't remember it being our home. Yet we traverse this realm of epic distortions as we sleep to go back home on a subconscious level. On a conscious level of knowing, we awaken rested, we awaken fresh and refreshed if we hadn't been woken up in the middle of the night by a baby. And that's just it. We recharge spiritually in our sleep, we recharge physically in our sleep, and we have the ability to awaken to the brightest light in the quantum verse, to encounter the brightest darkness in the pits of a distortion field of what you would describe as hell, but I describe as the darkness of the self, of the singularity of the self, of the all in all of the self. And as you decide, as you shift, as you encompass all of the frequency of the brightest brightness in the quantum verse, as well as have the freedom to explore the distortion fields of the darkness, your soul will choose, your soul will pick based on, your oversoul will choose, your oversoul will pick on the locationary feats of where you should traverse within your sleeping moments. As in your waking moments, the energetic frequency will carry you into your sleeping moments, into said frequency within the quantum verse that most likely projects a certain frequency to deliver those lessons to you, to encompass your energetic frequency, to up-level your frequency, to up-level your distortion field, to send you and shift you into experiences of growth, into experiences of light, into experiences of darkness, into experiences perceived to be true and perceived to be real by your oversoul. As you anchor in to the brightness within, to the darkness within, you awaken refreshed, regardless of which frequency that you reside in your waking moment, in your daily moments, in your sleeping moments. You do have the opportunity to pick and choose where you would like to traverse, where you would like to land, depending and based on the overarching goal of your soul's blueprints. Exterior influences, external motives of your oversoul, of your guides, of God's consciousness will push you and skew you towards differentiated directions of worth, of worthlessness, of all-encompassing feats, and every scenario you can ever think of within your sleeping moments. And as most of you don't remember as you traverse the quantum realm, just keep in mind that within all moments in time, as you're asleep, your soul is having a blast, is having the time of its life. And as you awaken, the reason why you feel so rested is because physically you've regenerated. And another layer to that, consciousness, which spiritually enlightens itself during these moments when it travels, seeking for a home, longing for belonging, looking for a place to be, as it's so used to being in this place of all, into all encompassing feats of distortion fields within the quantum verse. Your bodily structure confines your soul in a way that allows it to have freedom to travel at night, to have yearnings to leave and go back home and explore in places that you will never remember in the morning. And the distortion field that you sit in will cause you to be in denial as you even listen to the explanationary feats that I have to say to you in regards to where you've been tonight, yesterday, yesternight, all nights of your life. So hold on to your bootstraps, ladies and gentlemen. As we shift into the ascension frequencies, you will begin to wake up refreshed, knowing where you've been, belonging in the quantum verse of all places and feeling that sense of belonging in your sleep and in your waking moments. Exciting times are to come.